Today we're going to be checking out this Barricade 12,500 pound HD winch with a synthetic rope and wireless control for the Jeep Gladiators. This winch is a great option for Gladiator owners who need serious pulling power, reliable off-road recovery, and convenience of wireless operation, all wrapped into a rugged, trail-ready package. All right, right out of the box, the standout feature of this winch has to be the impressive 12,500 pound pulling capacity, making it ideal for recovering your Gladiator and assisting others on those challenging recovery operations. The synthetic rope is not only strong, but it's also lightweight, reducing the overall weight on your front end and making handling safer compared to those traditional steel cables. If the synthetic cable does happen to break under load or during a recovery operation, it usually just falls limp and doesn't go flying with those sharp edges, putting people in harm's way like the steel cables can do. The wireless remote control offers the convenience of operation of the winch from a distance, so you can stand back and operate your winch, and if anything happens to go wrong, you're out of the way, allowing for better positioning and more safety during recovery operations. Also, the winch features a 3-stage planetary gear system with a 216:1 gear ratio. That makes sure you have enough pulling power to move that 12,500 pounds that the winch is capable of. That is going to be matched with a sliding gear ring clutch and a 2-way automatic in-drum braking system. You know you can always rely on this winch to perform. The included guide right here is going to help the synthetic rope flow smoothly onto and off of the drum, reducing wear and extending the rope's lifespan. Another great feature is its durable construction and the corrosion-resistant finish. This winch is built to withstand the harsh off-road conditions and last you for years to come. The build quality here is all about durability and performance. The winch housing is made from high quality materials designed to resist corrosion and damage from the elements. The synthetic rope is not only strong, but it's also safer to handle like I mentioned earlier, and it doesn't store the energy like the steel cables, and it's gonna reduce the risk of injuries. Just worth mentioning one more time because those steel cables that are the traditional style can get pretty dangerous. The overall design ensures that the winch can handle the rigors of off-road use while maintaining reliable operation. When it comes to the price on this winch, it's coming in right around the upper $500 price range. That's a solid value considering the high pulling capacity, wireless operation, and the durable construction that you're gonna get. It's a worthwhile investment for any Gladiator owner who ventures off the beaten path and wants peace of mind when it comes to having reliable recovery operations. It's a worthwhile investment for any Gladiator owner who ventures off the beaten path and wants peace of mind that comes with having a reliable recovery option mounted to their front end. Installation is nice and straightforward, so we're going to rate this just a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and you can have this installed in about 1 hour of your time. The winch is designed to fit most builds, and some adaptation might be required depending on your setup. So let's head on out to the shop and they're gonna walk you through exactly how that install process goes.
For this install, you will need an impact, a ratchet, various extensions, a 4mm Allen socket, 10, 13, 16, and 18mm sockets, an 18mm wrench, and a clip remover tool. What's up guys, today we're gonna be installing a winch on our Gladiator, so let's get started. Alrighty guys, so the first thing, obviously you're going to need a winch capable bumper, which we have already on our Gladiator. Now we're gonna remove our grill because that's gonna make life a lot easier for running our wiring up to our battery. So this is held on by some push clips along the top and some retainers around the bumpers, or around the grill rather. So we're gonna grab our clip removal tool, pop those clips out, and we'll pull our grill off. So now we're going to unseat the top of our grill. So we want to kind of pull up and out on that. We're going to give a tug on the sides of our grill. Release that, and we'll set this aside. All right, so now we can install our control box onto our winch. That's going to mount right on the top. lined up with the 2 bolt holes so it sits in the footprint of here. There are multiple bolt holes, but the only 2 you need are the ones that line up with the mounting points on the control box. And we're gonna grab our provided 4mm Allen head bolts and lock washers and flat washers. We'll grab our 4mm Allen socket and extension. We'll get these in place. We're gonna get both of them started. All right guys, so now we can wire up our control box to our winch itself. Now we're gonna remove the mounting nuts for all of our connectors with our 13mm socket on a ratchet. Get them all loose. Take all these off. Now they do make the wiring pretty simple and straightforward with all the color coordinated washers. So we're just gonna match those up. We're gonna take our black with yellow jacket connector, go over that. And we'll just get these loosely in place for now because we wanna be able to move around to get everything in place. And our shorter black with black goes right here. And as you can see, it is kind of tight tolerance, so manipulate them around so they sit as flat as possible onto the base of your studs. And our thin ground strap, as well as our separate ground strap, we're gonna go onto this connector here. Again, it gets a little tight in here, but that's okay. Make sure you get that thin one on the same one. And then we can get our shorter red cable onto our last stud. And once we have all those in, we'll grab our 13mm socket and tighten all these down. Now you want to try not to let these connectors twist when you tighten them, so you want to hold them in place. And after you have them in place, and slide these sleeves over. Sometimes they're a little sticky. You gotta work them a little bit. This one's getting pinched. Okay, we'll get that close. We'll get the rest connected, then we'll slide all our sleeves over. So now we'll pull these in place. Once you have one sleeve over, you can do the same thing for your other sleeved connectors. So next we need to install our square nuts into our mounting points for our winch. So we'll slide those into those slots. We'll get them kind of lined up. They are going to move around a little bit, that's okay. And there are 4 of them, so make sure you get all 4 in. Alright guys, so now that we've got everything wired up and prepped, we're gonna go ahead and grab our winch and set that on our winch plate on our bumper. We'll get this set on. So now we'll get our winch rope through. You wanna do this before you bolt it down in case you need to move your winch back or forth to get this in place. Now we're gonna install our front winch plate. Get this through. This lined up with our mounting holes, get our supplied bolts through. And we'll get one on, get our flat washer, our lock washer, and we'll get our nut on the back. And we'll do the same thing for our other bolt. So now we'll tighten these down, and we've got an 18mm wrench on the back side for our nut and an 18mm socket. And we'll do the same thing for this side. This is a little tricky to get in. Again, this is best to do before you bolt your winch down so you can move it around if you need to. It also depends on the bumper you're putting it on, how much room you have. All right guys, so now we're underneath our bumper and we're gonna attach our supplied bolts, lock washers, and flat washers to our mounting points for our winch. So we've got our holes lined up. We'll very carefully get these in because remember those square nuts we installed are kind of just floating in there, so you want to be gentle but deliberate with your installation of your hardware. And once we've got these two loosely in place, we'll do the same thing for the other two, and we'll come back and tighten these down. So now we can come back and tighten these down with our 16mm socket and extension on our impact. Then we'll tighten down the other two. All right, so now we can route our positive and negative wires up to our battery so this thing can have power. That's why we took the grill off. So we're gonna take our positive wire first. We're gonna bring it behind our headlight area. And we're gonna fish this up through. Now this will take a little bit of patience. But you wanna get this behind the headlight. And we're gonna bring this up by the air box. Route this kind of under where our air ram goes. Now this does get a little bit tight in here. We're gonna keep it under where our grill goes. We can send this by this little grommet through here. And we can route this up to our battery. Move that cover off the positive terminal. Now before we hook this up, we're gonna get our negative routed the same way as well. Now we're gonna connect our cables to our battery. We're gonna start with our positive. So we're gonna remove this 10mm nut. Very careful not to drop that. We're gonna get our positive wire on. Get that nut back on. Tighten that back down with our 10mm socket. Then we can do the same thing for our negative terminal. And make sure not to drop it. Get that nut back in place. Tighten that back down. Bring our cover back over. It's not gonna quite sit as it did from factory. That's okay. Just gonna keep this tucked out of the way as best we can. Now we can reinstall our front grille. So it is gonna be a little bit tighter. We'll get this back into place. Very carefully manipulate your wiring around a little bit. Get everything lined up. Pop all your locators back in. And then we'll reinstall our push clips up top. We'll put our push clips back into place. Next, we can install our strap and our hook. So our safety strap is going to go right on our hook. We'll remove the cotter pin from our mounting pin. Slide that pin back through, and we'll reinstall our cotter pin. Sometimes easier said than done. I'll get that through. So now as far as the functionality of this winch, you have this simple knob here that can be turned one way to engage the clutch to operate it by power, or you have a freewheel function that you just turn this knob 180 degrees. They are labeled, whichever word is facing you is which way it is. So we are in freewheel mode right now. That means you'll be able to pull this winch in and out manually. And when you want to go to power, you want to put that back to engage. Uncover your connector for your controller. We'll grab our connector and wire, screw our cap on our remote. We'll plug one end into our remote. Now this does have a dowel to locate it properly. We'll get that all the way in, tighten that down. We'll take the other end and do the same thing over here. Line up our dowel, tighten that down. And you do have an on-off switch on the back. You want to flip that to on, and out is going to be out. Now you do want to keep tension on this. You can run this out, and you can also run it back in. Then when you're done with it, you just turn this off, disconnect your remote, put your cover back on, and you're good to go. Alrighty folks, that about wraps up our review and install of our Barricade Universal 12,500 pound HD winch with synthetic rope. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything Gladiator, keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.